Hello and welcome to another Nikomedia quick tip, let's say. It's something I needed. I needed something like a turbulence for my latest job. Yeah, and I did something like this. This is a very simple version of it. And what was important here, what was very important, is that it loops. This has to loop. And I thought, yeah, maybe it would be nice a cloner with some turbulence in the dynamics, and that's it. But the problem is, dynamics with the turbulence here we cannot loop the turbulence. And the same is with the vibrate tag. You cannot loop a vibrate tag. So the problem, yeah, there are ways to loop a vibrate tag, but they are little hiccups. Like I think I made a thing for loop vibrate tag. I made something here, but that does not look so nice. So it works in some projects, but not everywhere. So this fake turbulence, I will show you how to use it. So patrons, if you download the project, this project file here, you will get exactly this here. You will get a project with this fake turbulence inside, with this null. And if you want to keep this, so just drag it somewhere in your asset browser. You can use it whenever you want. This null contains here the whole uh, effectors we need. And you see, I have for every direction, I have an effector. So I can be sure I can make a movement in every direction. And the good thing here is you don't have to go inside every effector and then inside the fields and everything. You have everything here under controls. If we move this up, you see we have the random position here. We have the movements X, Y, and Z, and that is all we need. So let's try to try to make this what I showed you before. And for this we need a cylinder in the Z-axis, and 20, 0, 50 should be fine. And we clone this, drag it down. It doesn't matter, the order of operation in this case does not matter. And bring this in a cloner, this cylinder. And a grid cloner is okay for me in this case, but I don't want any NDX. And let's 3. And what I want is here in the size, I want 0, 0, 0 everywhere, because with the affect this positions and everything with our fake turbulence. Good. So the next thing is in the cloner, in the effector step, we have to drag in all our effectors here. And to do this at once, normally when you click on it, this will disappear. So here we have a lock icon. I click on it, and now I can select all of them, drag it in, and you immediately see here is something happen. Good. We don't need the cloner here anymore for the moment. We can close this, and go in our control tab here in the fake. But first we have to delock this. So the random position is now at this. Of course, we can change here everything we want. Let's say because this is not really centered here, we can go a little to the X here, a little down with the Y. In the C, I don't want to anything here. So, but you will see it still has some offset in the C. This is because in the movement C, we have enabled the Z-axis. So we disable the Z-axis, and now everything is at one axis. So we don't need the Z. We just need the X and the Y. So when we hit play now, it already does something. And now I see the X is maybe, I want this a little closer together. Okay, but the X-axis, I want to move and drag it a little to the left, the whole thing, so that it's a little more centered. And maybe we make this a little bigger, so we have more movement. higher these values, you see more movement. And you see that looks a little whack, 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 whack. This is because of the global size. As smaller this is, as more it gets jittery. So you see, when I let's go to the global size, I can change this together. So when I hit select this global size here, then I control click on this global size. Now both are selected, and I can make this. I'll show you now what happens when you make it too small. Go to 50, and now I hit Control on the keyboard and then Enter. It changes both values. All the values they are selected will be changed when you hit Control Enter. You see, this is nothing. So I go up to thousands here, and then I get a nice smooth movement here. And what you have seen now is it does not really loop here. When you're 200, click, it does not loop. This is because here the loop period is set to 0. But I have an 8-second animation. So I click on the loop period, here the same. If I wanted in the Z-axis, I would select the same in the Z-axis as well, of course. And here I go to 8 seconds because I have an 8-second animation. Control Enter. So, and now I have a look. It should perfectly loop, and it does. So the next thing is, it's maybe a little close together. We can change the seat for the position here, so that we get a nice movement here. This is a little playing around, so we can make the size of the X maybe, not of the X, of the Y maybe a little smaller here. Then let's go with the Y a little down here. So you will get used to this whole thing. It looks maybe a little overwhelming at the first, but you will get totally used to for this. So do this, and here the move. And this is okay. I want a little more movement in the y-axis, so that get a little smaller. Don't go up here to, let's say, 200 about, and minus the same. So yeah, now we're talking. And if it's too fast for me, we can go down with the loop, with the animation speed, or we can go up with the global scale. You can try both. So I go here to the global scale, select both global scales, and go to 2000, and we'll have a look. Okay, it's nice. But I don't want the distribution here, so let's try this again with a different distribution. Okay. I don't want to do too much here now because this is just a quick tip. And I want to find something I like. This is with me, even if it's just a quick tip, I want to do something I like and not stay with something I don't like. This is, you could do this the whole day. This the thing before. Yeah, anyways, I take this here. And to make this animation I made, I showed you before, this is quiet, this is totally simple. I copy out this cylinder here, make it a little bigger in the radius, so something like that it intersects with this. Then I bring the cloner in a volume builder, make it, let's say, 2 here, okay. Then I bring the cylinder in the volume builder as well, set the cylinder to intersect. I get something like this, smooth it a little bit, and hit play. And what I get is something like this, and it's totally loop able. So loops and works just perfect. Okay, this is what I wanted to show you. As I said, maybe I work with this rig here a little more, and uh, but I thought maybe I give in an option to change the noise types. And here I made this. I could have made the loop period all at once, but I thought it's maybe not bad when let's say I want to loop the noise in the X and the Y every 8 seconds, but I want a quicker move in the Z axis, let's say, and so I can change this to 4 seconds and not to 8 seconds, so I can have more to play, more room to play. And yeah, but for now, this is it. And as I said, it's a very simple thing, so you can have a look in it. So you have to see it here. It's a quite simple. Uh, Come on. So here, that's all here. It's not more, but it needs time to set up everything, and so we don't have to go always in the separate effector and then in its field and so this is boring thing. And of course, if you want now, if you have selected everything and you want to bring back all the default settings here, you simply can click on one of these values and you can click on the name, right click and reset all, and you see 100, 100, 100, 100, 500. These are the default settings then. Why it's gone now? This is an interesting thing. Here everything works. Is it? It's still here, but let's see. Well, they are still here. Okay, maybe now. But this is interesting. Why it disappeared in the volume measure? Let's bring the cone out and the cylinder. Make this new with the volume measure. Just for interest now for me. So yeah, now it works. Okay, good. If you notice, this is no problem. So again, we go to the builder, 2 centimeter, plug this inside, builder, set it to intersect. The intersection, it does not. This is it. What's going on here? Of course, because they are not in, they don't intersect here, because we have the z-axis. That's interesting. So we have to go, right? We don't need the z-axis here, and we don't want the z-axis here enabled. So, and if now go to the volume builder measure thing, so we should be able to see this. Yep, now we are here. And now everything works like expected. Now it looks even nice with the default settings, you see. Okay, and if you want to change the default settings, you can do this as well. It's a little, you go to the fake turbulence null, and then you click on user data, manage user data. And here you have the whole user data inside. And here you can everywhere change the default value. So if you say I want my default values here 200 or something, I just simply change it to default, to your defaults, and that's it. And for me, let's say I change it, I don't want to enable the z-axis, so I disable this and the default value should be disabled. Okay, so the next time when I go, let's go to the rig and reset all. And you see now this z-axis is disabled. Okay, that's it. I hope you like this one. And as I said, maybe you can use it. You need it somewhere, and I'm sure I use this often because I often uh, tried something with the vibrate deck and so, and but with this fake turbulence, it's done in a second. Okay, uh, Patron can download this. The next tutorial will come latest during the weekend, maybe tomorrow, but I cannot promise it. What we will do in the next tutorial is this here. And this is inspired by Oscar Peterson. You will find in the tutorial then the link to Oscar Peterson. And yeah, this will be the next one we do. It will be a free one and for everyone, not only for patrons. But patrons can already download the project file for this. So, yep, good. That's it for now. So, I wish you a wonderful evening and all the best here from Austria, Vienna und tschüss und baba.